Flashing lights warning. Radical 80s ahead. And Lucy! Here's Rosie! How are y'all doing today? It is a special stream today. We are live a lot earlier than usual, as you can probably tell. And that's because we're going to do a very long stream. I'm going to call this the Super Roundup. Because we're basically doing 3 roundups for the price of 1. Because I missed some streams and I don't want my schedule to get any more screwed up than it already is. Also, I noticed while looking at my YouTube uploads, like, holy shit, I haven't used my normal outfit in like a month. So we're finally back on like regular flavor Rosie. So that's cool. Hello D-Bomb. Hope you're enjoying my Simon's Quest music. I've actually been working on kind of like making my own OST albums for NES games, because often the way that the official OSTs are done is not to my taste, so I'm making my own versions with like subtle reverb that I like, and that's a work in progress. I know a lot of people like just having the VGM or the NSF or whatever files, because, you know, then you're directly playing the whole thing. And that makes sense, but I like kind of the comfort of just having an album of FLAC files and just boom, there it is. That's the version I want. So that's something I'm doing. And I actually got the idea to do it because Mason, the emulator I use for NES games and some other games, has this comb filter option built in for its sound for NES games, and I kind of like it because it makes the sound a little more like it's in the room, like you're actually playing on like a TV. And I'm not super fond of the dry sound, but I also really hate how some soundtrack albums will just fucking drench it in reverb and make it sound like you're in a fucking tunnel or something. You ever hear one of those? I think the official soundtracks for the old Castlevania games actually do that as well. I think the worst offender might be the soundtrack album for Pokemon Red and Blue. Awful. Anyway, we're gonna get started here with some NES roundup. Let's get that logo in here. We're starting 1989 today for all 3 systems, but obviously the NES still has the most massive library out of all the things we're doing. So we're gonna start off with that because there's a lot of games, and there'll probably be a lot of games that are just a little ass. So it's really just a matter of volume, and then plus the fact that in this trifecta of systems, the NES is the weakest one. So you're more likely to get games that kind of get on my tits, you know? Hello, Gavin. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I have a fan going, by the way, so let me know if that is audible and annoying, so I can adjust that. I'm also not sitting on pillows as usual, so my mocap program keeps being you're too low down, it can't track you properly, and I'm just that's just how short I am. Yeah, no, I don't think NES games are supposed to be in a tunnel ever, but so yeah, NES Roundup, let's get started on that. As usual, I may have to adjust the cropping as we go because I can't see the edges, unless there's an option for that somewhere. We're gonna have music in the background, so you probably won't be able to really tell. But before we really get into 1989 here, it's time for something particular. This is a special segment I'm debuting right now, and I call it the I Fucked Up Corner! Oh, that went wrong. Welcome to the I Fucked Up Corner, where I address ways that I have fucked up on previous roundups. On this inaugural edition of the I Fucked Up Corner, not counting previous times when I've been like, let's do these games properly now because I fucked up, we have 2 games. The first is Fantasy Zone 2, which I just fucking forgot to play last time. And the other one is Tetris, because last time, if you remember, we did Tengen Tetris, and that was the wrong version. I thought there were 2 versions of Tetris, the Tengen and the Nintendo one, so I assumed that this earlier one was the Tengen one. That's not true. There's 3. There's 3 versions. I was wholly unaware of this, and as you know, I'm usually a font of, like, useless fucking gaming knowledge, so that's odd. So let's check that out. This is the Buppus version. Yeah, it turns out Buppus is actually Bulletproof, which was the company that licensed the Tetris, the whole Hank Rogers thing. And I think they are now the Tetris company, or at least it's the same dude. So let's check this version out. I've never seen this one before. Okay, this is interesting. We have stage and then also round. I don't know what that's about. How do I, okay. I'm actually using my SNES controller with the adapter, so I may have to adjust controls at some point because I never know what's correct for me. As usual, let me know if the volume's alright. I'm gonna turn up the game volume on my end a bit here because I can't hear shit right now. We've got Technotris. We've got Karenka. I assume that's supposed to be Kalenka. I've got Troika. You know, what interests me, though, is that in the intro they had the classic Tetris theme. They had Korobeineki. Oh, I guess this kind of has it in there, too. But didn't this come out before the Game Boy version? So, like, it's weird to have that on the intro as though it's like, yeah, man, it's Tetris, and then it's not even a track in here. Was there another version that had that famous song in it? Before this? Anyway, Tetris. What just happened? Hold on, I don't know if my controls are screwed up or if this is just weird, but right now I'm using up and down to rotate, and then the A button to like hard drop, which... What? And there's no soft drop, which is... Oh, this is so weird. I feel like I need to, like, get, like, a familiar game up so I can see if there's something wrong with my controller settings or if it's just like this. Because this weirds me the fuck out. I can't play like this. Look at what I'm doing. I'm sucking ass. Holy moly. So I pressed down. God, that's so weird. Oh, man. Okay. No, hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. We're going to a known good game over here. So that I can... Okay, let's boot up Mario real quick and see what the heck's going on there. Okay, I do need to adjust my face buttons, but otherwise it seems to be correct, so... I don't know what the hell's going on there. I think this is just a very odd version of Tetris. Oh god, I can't... Like, you know, Tetris is, you know, it's such a standard, famous thing. It's like you can't really fuck with Tetris. And I never realized that maybe they needed some time to get that right. Maybe I should get that, like, interactive Tetris documentary with, like, all the, like, original versions on it. Because, like, what the fuck? This is awful. This is fucking bug shit. Man, if there's maybe like a way to like alter this. Oh god. Hold on. I'm gonna reset the game and see if there's like anything else here that I'm missing. 'Cause, good lord, this is... So I don't know what the whole round thing is about. Let's check that out. Okay. So is this kind of like the Game B from the NES version? God, I cannot control this. I cannot describe to you how fucking weird this feels, but... I mean, you can probably imagine, because I told you what the controls are, and I refuse to believe that anyone here has not played Tetris. That's not a thing. So, yeah, assuming that there isn't something fucking weird going on right now, this sucks! I was really expecting this to just be really similar to the Game Boy game because Buppus. But no! Wild! So wild! Okay, let's move on to Fantasy Zone 2. Hopefully this one has normal fucking controls. And now the game's too loud for me. Pastoria! It's a demo. Right? Seems like Fantasy Zone to me. I think we played Fantasy Zone 2 on the SMS roundup already, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that was a console original. It was not an arcade game like the original. So I would assume that the SMS version is the original in this case, and this is a port of it, which is interesting, because I know that Sega, like, ported or had their games ported when it was, like, their arcade hits, because they hadn't quite committed to the whole exclusivity console war kind of thing yet. And it was just a matter of like, hey, a lot of kids have a Nintendo, let's put our games on it. So it's kind of interesting that like a console original title will be on there. I think years later, the delightfully nuts people at M2 did make like an arcade version of it. Which you could then get on, like, I think it was the 3DS? And then probably that's been put on other things too, because why would you leave it exclusive there? Okay, so you always shoot, like, 2 things? And even if you just, like, tap the button, that doesn't get faster, so it actually feels a little unresponsive when you tap. So you should probably just be holding the button. There's no reason not to. It's a little laggy. It's not... like, it's not bad. It's just that, like... if you want to play this game, there are other options, and I never know how to classify something like that, because... you know, the kind of my objective with the roundups is to be like, what are games that are worth having? What is a nicely curated collection, according to me? So, if you had an NES and you wanted to play this game, here you go. This is alright. I mean, the music's kind of obnoxious, but whatever. But in a day and age where games are more accessible, though, not because of the companies that make them. But, you know, if you're an enthusiast, you can probably find your way around an emulator or whatever and be like... you probably want to play the SMS version or that cool arcade port. Is what I'm thinking. Okay, the music sucks. The music is so fucking shrill, I hate it. Unfortunately, you're going to be hearing it for a couple seconds more while I adjust my controls, because somehow I always guess wrong what feels right to me. Does that ever happen to any of you? Okay, let's try this. I might need to do this a few times, because I'm not used to... I'm not used to using a freaking SNES controller for this. And I probably could have just checked how it was on the DualSense, because that's the same button layout, but whatever, man. Alright, okay. Alright. God, shut up! I'm trying to lead into a thing here, and you just... Let's adjust this. So, hang on. Looking at the time. And boom! The Japanese emperor has just died, ending the Showa era. We are now in the Heisei era. And the reason that's significant is because it's like this big, like, cultural shift, right? Also, once again, just part of the screen's cut off. I don't know why the fuck that happens. And, you know, the emperor dying doesn't magically change culture, obviously, but in this case, it did, like, happen, like, near the end of the 80s, so you're going into the 90s, things are already gonna change a bit. And also, at some point, like, the big bubble economy that was making Japan so welfaring in the 80s is gonna go away. So it really is, like, a big shift happens, and designating that by having a new emperor just seems to be the preferred way to do that in Japan. Let me real quick, because I think there's like a bug in the emulator where, because I'm trying to get rid of the overscan, it does this weird crap. So I have to like be like I don't know how that happens. And the funny thing is, I actually just updated the emulator. Like, it had like it came up with like an update prompt, like, oh shit, after 2 years, we finally made a new release. This is gonna be badass. It's got all these new features. I thought that before I fixed this with just like turning the overscan off and then on again, and then that would do it, but it doesn't seem to be working the way it should, so... well, it's not a real rosy stream if something weird doesn't happen on the technical side of things, right? So... Okay, now it's just, like, made its own like, didn't I set it to 0? Am I an idiot? I think I might be an idiot. I really should have more things on standby for when shit like this happens, so I can quickly pivot and be like, it's Rosie Road, doing the rosy things. Okay, maybe I should just leave the overscan off, because even with it off, the score thing is like right at the edge, so maybe this is just how it is. I just like, you know, omitting the NES freaking the fuck out at the edges of the screen, as it often does. And for anyone who's not aware of what overscan is, it's like the edges of the screen back on like CRT TVs, you weren't guaranteed to see everything. It would usually, you would miss the edges of the screen because it's analog, you know, there's an actual fucking laser cannon shooting the image at the screen. And to prevent having just like borders around it, it's like a little bigger than the screen actually is. So the borders are gone there, and on the NES, they got clever with this by, you know, being like, oh, you know, this stuff on the edge of the screen, you can't see this, so we can use that in our quest to make this quirky, underpowered system do what we want. And that's why if you play on an emulator, there are many games, such as Super Mario Bros. 3, where you'll just see, like, weird glitches at the right edge because of how the scrolling works, because that was, like, technical wizardry at the time. I probably explained this all very poorly, but... so, leading us into this brave new world, the Heisei era, is Sesame Street 1, 2, 3. This is how you start this. Oh, we kind of are in a tunnel now. Ernie's Magic Shapes and Astro Grover. Yo, we got 2 games for the price of 1. Holy shit. This is the most elaborate menu I've ever seen in an NES game. And it just goes back and forth. I'm just pressing up, and it goes down, and then up again. So, like, this is a whole lot. This is a whole fun pack over here, yo. Let's check it out. Yeah, man. I did it. I matched the shape. Now Ernie can get the Chaos Emeralds. Whoa, man, this is gameplay. I love how fast and responsive it is. Just really, you're so snappy, so juicy. It really makes you feel like you're matching those shapes. Okay, let's see what happens if you fuck up. I feel weird about saying the F word on a Sesame Street game. The bunny's just like, now. The first game designed for IGN reviewers. Awesome. Okay, you can just press start to leave. You're right. I was resetting, and it turns out you don't have to, so that's cool. Match the color, more shape matching. All right, nah, that's you can't just do that. You can't just be like, oh, we have so many games. Oh, this is levels beyond. Oh, it's like multi-part? Is that what's going on? Oh, this is advanced tactics right now. I'm gonna have to go to the circle every time, which is just pretty treacherous, you know? You gotta make that track back and forth each time. And some might call that padding, but personally, I think that this really just emphasizes, you know, getting good at it. You gotta kind of grind that, memorize it. Learn the tech, you're right, Gavin. So, you know, the achievement is showing that you can do this consistently, rather than just, you know, by a fluke, just doing it once. And I think there's a lot of value in gameplay like that, personally. Oh my god, I wish I could control the menu properly. Harder shape matching. Yo, we gotta check this out. This is for the advanced players. This is the Dark Souls of shape matching. Yo, we got pink up in here. We got pink. That's how you know we're serious. That color is always the color that indicates danger and excitement. That is for the serious players. You know, they used to color code games in that way. You go to the store, and the casuals would have to stay away from the pink, and the hardcore gamers, the hardcore sickos, the people who would play Mylon's Castle for fun, would look at the pink. They would look for the pink games. That's how that went back then. And the rental places would try to obfuscate this by having these special cases that desaturate the colors, because they didn't want you to know that the game was going to be that hard, to try and trick you into like a sunk cost fallacy, right? So that you would take this game home not knowing how hard it was, and then you would play it and be like, oh, this is so hard, but then you'd be committed and you'd want to keep renting that game. Hardest of all. This is the final boss of Ernie right here. Yo, we have multiple colors. They're switching it up. You gotta be ready. You need to hone your reflexes for this. To do this, you gotta know, oh, yo, I can't stick with just one color. I can't just be green or pink. I gotta have both. When the game prompts you, you gotta commit to that. You gotta learn. You gotta learn that. If you want to speedrun Ernie's shape magic, you cannot be asleep on the job. You need to do this right. Barbie games are basically FromSoft. I mean, there is an NES Barbie game that could maybe qualify for that designation. Look, Ernie right here is being a bit of a trickster mentor by, like, starting you off with the wrong option. So you might be tempted to muscle memory in and pick the wrong thing. But he's not doing that to be a jerk. He's not doing that to be mean. He wants you to learn this. He wants you to get better. Like, you know, like Yoda helping Luke Skywalker by being... Actually, screw Yoda. I really don't. So if I press start again, is it gonna go? No. Okay, so you do have to reset to get to Astro Grover or whatever. This was made by Rare. I just noticed this was made by Rare. How many zips? Beam that number. Adding countdown. Take it away, Zips, and sum up, sum down. We have a whole Grover saga ahead of us right now. Let's check it out. Whoa. Look at that moon. I don't trust that moon. I do not trust that moon, y'all. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, there's numbers. Okay, I'm waiting for the aliens to get... So then I guess I tell you how many aliens there are? Is that it? The UFO made a house. That's pretty nice of it. Okay, so the trick here is if you're already a master at Ernie's shape magic, which, you know, the game indicates you to play that one first, it's the first option, you might get confused here, because it'll be like, yo, that's 4 aliens, but that's a red number. That doesn't make any sense. But if you're paying attention, if you're keeping that noggin trained, you can make it through. You can win at this. And I believe in all of you. How did I go back in? I was trying to select something else. I believe in all of you. I think you can all do this. This game, this might seem like crazy to you. Like, no one can do this, right? You just have to be, you have to have some kind of crazy brain. I can't do this, but you can all do this. I believe in you. What is happening? How does this work legitimately, though? Am I trying to, what am I doing? Am I controlling this? I can't tell. What am I... So presumably I'm trying to find the number 7. Oh, okay. I should get 7 of them at once, I guess. But, like, is this beaming happening automatically? Am I doing that? I can't really tell. Okay. I thought I was trying to find the shape of 7, so I got confused. Fun fact, 1989 was also the year that the beloved cultural icon Eve the Elf was born. So not only did the world get that, but they got Ernie's magic shapes as well. A blessed year. Yeah, you'd think that Eve alone would just like be like, yo, we don't need anything else. But they went above and beyond by giving us Ernie's shape magic and Astro Grover. Let's not discount Astro Grover here, okay? This is the peak of gaming right here. Everything that came after, you know, everything that came after Ocarina of Time, Oblivion, ray tracing, all owes a massive artistic debt to Astro Grover. It's important that you recognize that. I think we have been sleeping on this long enough. Revisionist history in gaming is such a big problem, and no one talks about Astro Grover. Look at that pot belly on that alien. Anyway, let's play Tecmo Baseball. Ah, shit, I didn't prepare my soundboard. I'll have to do it myself. It's baseball! Again? What the heck's different this time? I'm really gonna mash that start button. I think the start button on this controller is wearing out. DH rule. Use, not use. What is the DH rule?
Oh no!
Damn hams. Yeah, I should probably add those soundboard clips to the redeems, the channel point redeems. Excuse me, is one of those guys called Fries? One of the opponents is named Fries. Oh god. Why is the audio volume so all over the place? The Sesame Street game was way louder and now it's like softer again. Well, at least it's not the same engine as RBI Baseball again, so... I don't know if that's a good thing or not, I mean... Yeah, cool. You know, since I'm batting, I don't control this part. So I don't know if there's gonna be any problems with that. And it's out of here! I destroyed the score. I destroyed the Jumbotron. The Jumbotron is dead. You know, maybe I'll add those soundboard things like during a break, because even if this is an extra long stream, I'll probably take some breaks in between each roundup. So maybe I'll add those then. Although we're much less likely to run into 500 baseball games on those other systems, just because there's fewer games to go through. I'm sure there'll be baseball on the PC Engine. There has to be, right? Like we had some baseball already last time. I'm sure they will continue to do baseball the entire time. No! Go ahead. Alright, I will. Bye. Our next game is WWF WrestleMania. Look at him! Look at him go! The Hulkster's here to be a douchebag. Brother. Yeah, really gotta hammer that start button. I don't know what's going on there. We really need a Mahjong Baseball RPG with untranslated Japanese text to make the perfect roundup game. Why are you so cruel? Enter your name. Damn it. Sorry, I gotta rub myself real quick to fix that. Why is there a theremin? Why is there a theremin in the Hogan theme? Is it Spooky Hogan? Is it Scooby-Doo meets Hulk Hogan? Honky Tonk. Nice hair.
Oh yeah! I'm gonna be the cream of the crop. I'm gonna get you, Hulk Hogan.
They turn around so slowly like they're in a point-and-click adventure or something. Hey, stop playing his theme song, alright? This is rigged. This is rigged AF. It's not the least responsive wrestling game I've ever played. There's that.
Step into a Slim Jim!
Stop it! You balding bastard! I can't... Fuck this game! That's bullshit! Let's try it again.
If you think you've seen the last of Macho Man, you've got another thing coming.
Why do you turn around when you get up? Like, what the fuck kind of sense does that make? That just ruins everything. Like, how am I supposed to retaliate if he turns around? Can I, like, do anything cool? Or can I just punch and kick and headbutt? Is that the only moves? Get the fuck away from me, Hulk Hogan! Yeah, this is balls. Sucks ass. This is mega ass. Let's retaliate by playing Ganbare Goemon 2. Go! So this is our first fan translation of the day because a lot of these old Goemon games did not officially come out in English. I assume that's 1 or 2 player selection. Oh, I was just trying to like make the text go faster, but I guess that's over. He's so angry. The village headband is a bad person. If you see him, give him a beating for me. Alright? What is this, a giant smoking pipe? Or they're throwing measuring cups at me? I don't really... Someone's out! Somebody's broken out! Jailbreak! You suck. Wow, those cell doors are easy to open, huh? Yeah, so why are you still down here? I love how it just says 2P away in case you forget that you're playing single player, I guess. Go and see the headman of the village. He can tell you about the mechanical castle. I mean, will he though? Because apparently he's an asshole and he put us all in jail, so... Oh, another one of these. Fucking... traitorous bitches. Hey, Goemon. Cool. Radiaz Killfont will look in the chat. Apparently this franchise, Goemon, was very big in Japan, never left the country though. I'm pretty sure there were some that were in English. Wasn't there like on the N64? Mystical Ninja? That was officially in English, wasn't it? I don't know if there's any more than that. Like, this is one of those franchises where I know it's a thing, and I've just never had the chance to get into it. Would you like to buy something? I don't really know what any of this is. I'll take the onigiri. That's probably health or something, you know, so... No, I want this. Give me the rice balls. Okay, that's a bit awkward to control, but whatever. One SNES game, one Game Boy game, two N64 games. See you later, Eve. Okay, so now I have this. Can I, like, select different weapons? Because leaving these little, like, swirly farts is maybe not what I want to do. Classic Konami jingle. Yeah, I don't... This is just what I do now. Alright, a lot of people seem to hate this headman, so... See, now I can't even, like... interact with this, because I just have these homing farts. Which is weird. I'd really expect you to be able to, like, switch weapons in some way, but, like, nothing seems to do that, so... Like, did I get this because I ate rice balls? I'm not really sure what's going on. Goemon and Ibisumaru were renamed in the SNES translation to Kid Ying and Dr. Yang. That's unsurprising, but also still groan worthy. Will you stay the night? Sure. I got to, like, pick my suite. I don't really know. Like, maybe they heal more if you get a better one? I don't... I'd have to properly play... How do I... I would like to go inside, ma'am. There we go. I don't know why you couldn't do that on the left side. Is that like a thing? That was a real rosy moment just now. Like, it would be cool if I could just, you know, interact with these objects, but... Okay. I'm fat. Okay, you gotta jump next to them. Alright. That's a little odd, but okay, now I know that. Oh, whoa, 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 what was all this? We're side-scrolling now. Well, I mean, we're always side-scrolling, but now we're on a flat plane jumping about. What is happening at the bottom of the screen? See, this is what I mean with the overscan, right? I don't know if that's a thing because of the fan translation or just how this game is, but, like, there's just, like, a bunch of letters and numbers showing up there. And you wouldn't see that on an old TV. But every time I try to get rid of the overscan, the emulator goes a little batty, so... Yeah, this controls really nicely. This is fun. But, you know, that's to be expected from, you know, Konami back in the day. Now I'm good. I can... Okay, I got this weapon back somehow. I'm gonna have to read about how this stuff works. Whoa! Robo Sumo. He's throwing his toupee at me? Is that what that is? What the fuck? Why would a robot need a toupee? Oh shit. Stay away from me. Yeah, if I'm ever gonna get into Goemon properly, I'll just ask you about it. Yay, money! I did it. I like his little dance. It's kind of like Kirby. Yeah, this is fun. I would keep playing this if I didn't have a whole list to get to. Next up, oh god. Next up is Casino Kid, also known as the $1 million kid in Japan. I presume this is just going to be a bunch of casino mini games now. But who knows? It could be a like stock market simulator for all we go. Jesus, I mean that's impressive for the NES. I don't like it. The toughest gamblers are here to compete with you. Beat them in poker. Beat the casino in blackjack. I do not advise beating the casino. They don't take that well. Then your ultimate rival will accept your challenge. Okay. Who is my rival? Why do I care? Oh, Game Corner. Later, buddy. Okay. Good talk.
You can't really read Jack's face.
Who is Jack? Why are some people like piss yellow? I'm pretty. I'll be the judge of that. I thought I would get to play the game. Not that I know how to play poker or blackjack or any of that, but can we play later, honey? Oh my! This is an official translation from Nintendo back in the day. I can just say shit like that. Ma'am, move. Hey, dude. Am I missing something? How do I play? Don't forget this password. Okay, so pressing select brings up your password. That's useful. But how play game? Have to go in order? Then what's the point of even having this fucking map?
I'm tough.
And why would the ones you can do not be right at the entrance? Or did I miss something? Like maybe I missed a table that was closer to the entrance? Maybe I gotta start... No, this girl said she's pretty. And that was the first one I saw. And I presume that if there's only 2 game types, that a lot of these tables don't even do anything, so... You know, I wasn't really looking forward to playing casino card games, but... this is not making it easy for me to do so either. How do you know all this, D-Bomb? Alright, screw this, I need a drink. A soda? Sure, I do like soda. But she doesn't. She says she can get me one and she doesn't. And Luke Skywalker over here is not happy about that. Finally, Christ. Now I can lose. Okay, I know jack shit about blackjack, so you're betting too little. The bet range is...
That is 10! That is the bottom of the range!
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm betting too... Okay, no, that's over there, okay. I thought I had to select the chips individually. Wait, which one is me? She busted.
This game is so inappropriate for the NES.
You got all these ladies propositioning me, and this one just says that she busted. I don't even need to say anything about that, you know? It's just that just happens. Anyway, here's another Sega port. We got Space Harrier. Let's see how the NES handles this one, because, you know, this being a scalar game, this is often going to be a problem. Okay, the rendition of the music is not inspiring so far. I guess they couldn't get the sample in there, but they still tried to have to. Ooh! Okay, this seems okay if you like really want to play Space Harrier, but you do not have any other option in the NES. But looking at it from a different perspective, if you didn't already know, like, yo, I like Space Harrier, and you were just desperate for any version to play, would this really inspire you to be like, yes, this game? There's a late NES game that I could almost mimic a human voice clip. There's like an unlicensed game, one of those Bible games that has like a clear voice in it. And I think the way that works is that, I might be wrong on how some of this works because I'm not like an NES programmer, but I think the way it works is like, technically, you can take up as much space with a voice clip as you want, but that's going to be pretty low priority. And then also, the game has to, like, play through that, like, as it's cycling everything else. So if there's a lot going on, you're going to have a harder time making voices sound good. And then I think in that game it works because there's nothing happening. It's just a board game. There's no music, nothing being animated, nothing being calculated. So they can just play that. I do know that that's a problem with Genesis games at times, where like you need to be a programming wizard to be able to have like nice, good samples playing while the game's going. And a lot of people could not do that, which is why, for example, like Street Fighter on the Genesis has like the really like broken sounding voices because they weren't able to pull it off. And I think there's a hack that, like, improves the audio driver. And, you know, this is not at all a knock against, like, the programmers from back in the day, because now we have all of this hindsight for how to do this stuff. I'm not being very good at Space Harrier right now. But yeah, it's like the hardware can do it, but in practice, it'll be very difficult to make use of that. Actually, the thing I said about the size of the sample, that maybe you can't do it arbitrarily, like, I wouldn't know about that, but there's probably, like, RAM limitations and things in play, and then, like, banks, and... So it probably can't be arbitrarily big, but you could have, like... There's probably, like, a range in quality because... having, like, a really short sample is obviously take up less space. Also, some NES games had a bug where, there's this weird thing with some systems where, like, the bytes are actually, like, stored in reverse order for some reason. And, I guess with some game developing, they, like, didn't take that into account. So, the sample has all of its bits reversed from how they get read. and it'll still be recognizable, but the quality will be way worse because it's kind of like inverted. And so you have some like infamously poor sounding voice samples, like the one from Double Dribble, which sounds like Bubble Bibble. And it turns out that the sample is actually higher quality than that in the game files, but the game plays it back wrong. And I know there's other games that have the same issue, but I can't think of which ones right now. And with some, it's a little ambiguous as to whether they do have that issue, because it'll be, you know, if it's not something like, oh, this voice is easier to understand, it's going to be a little more subjective. So I know some of those Sunsoft games with like the digitized bass, some of them people have said like, oh, this has the bass reverse too because it sounds better, and it's like, that's a little subjective, isn't it? Like, are you sure that that's the case? Okay, next game is Nishimura Kyoutarou Mystery Blue Train Satsujin Jiken. So this is absolutely another one of these murder mystery adventure games. And these always bum me out because probably a lot of them are good, and if they're not, they're probably at least interestingly bad. But I really cannot read enough Japanese to deal with this stuff, so I wouldn't know. What even is a Harrier anyway? That's a good question. I actually don't know. Does anyone know what a Harrier is? Dead man train lies. Oh, hello. Got like an idol girl. Alright, start. That's just Sean Connery. I've noticed that sometimes I don't even freaking try to read the text, I just start absentmindedly, like, skipping through it. Okay, ad time. I guess this is a good time to have an ad if there is any. I'm just imagining James Bond having to team up with Nestor. Okay, so even if I can't really play this, I appreciate that they don't immediately overwhelm me with options. It's just like, listen to Sean Connery tell you about the case. And then gradually you get more of this. So I can, you know, read my memo thing. Which, the info he told me has been written down, I guess. Someone should put this in a Mega Man ROM hack. This music. Anyway, I can't really play this, so let's move on. Next game is Satomi Hakkenden. I don't know what this is. I hope it's not another adventure game. It's from SNK, so I guess that's unlikely. I always get like kinda can never remember the order of the Japanese, like, kana. So I'm always looking for the right one. Okay, got some classic demons, yokai. Alright. Guess we got an RPG on our hands. Looks like a Dragon Quest clone. Okay, so just tell me the name of the village. So do I have any equipment? Okay, we've got status. Maybe that'll tell me. Okay, that's my items. I really gotta learn more of these, like, standard gaming terms in Japanese to make things easier. I assume if I walk around for a bit, I'll get into a battle. Yeah, this just seems pretty bog standard. It's kind of funny that, like, 3 shapes surrounded me on the world map, and now there's just this one fireball dude. Yeah, probably nothing really wrong with this. I also understand why there's no fan translation, at least as far as I know. Because, I mean, there's a whole wide world of unlocalized games out there. Okay, it's time again for Family Trainer, which means it is also time for trying to use the power pad with keyboard. This one is Rai Rai Kyonshis, and I think it's mostly known for its association with the mystery of Yeah Yeah Beavis 1. Well, there's the Kyonshis. They're hopping. For those unfamiliar, Yeah Yeah Beavis 1 is this mystery NES game that was, like, listed in catalogs, and no one knows what the hell it is, or if it even ever existed. Oh no. I hopped wrong. And one of the theories is that it's a weird, attempt at translating the name of Rai Rai Kyonshis. Because Rai Rai could be the yeah, and then because the subtitle has like the you know we're the baby or whatever. I don't remember exactly. You'll have to look it up on like a lost media page or something. Okay, I'm making this happen somehow, but as usual, this whole power pad thing does not translate to emulation, like, at all. So I really, I don't know. What am I doing? I'm confused. In the controller. All I can do is make Kyonshis appear and disappear. I don't... What am I... Okay. The fact that there's a scroll and I'm trying to, like, time these button presses to see if that does anything reminds me of, like, one of the shitty mini games in Dragon Ball Z Gaiden where you have to, like, unfurl a scroll, but, like, if you have to time it really precisely, like, alternating the buttons, because if you're too slow, it rolls back up, and if you go even slightly too fast, the scroll fucking tears. It's stupid. I guess Chaozu does look like a Kyonshi. If Dragon Ball actually gave a shit about Chaozu, that might lead to something. Anyway, I don't know how to play this, so... oh, okay, we got some good shit now. The summer of 1990X, Bang and Marry mission... Okay. Who were Bang and Marry? What was their mission? Beep, 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 beep. Pick that thing up, it's blinking out of existence. It's a transmission from headquarters. My numbers come up again. Won the lottery. The inventor of the Doomsday Bomb, Professor Plum, has been kidnapped. Why did he invent the Doomsday Bomb? Why did he do that? Why do we gotta save a guy who makes WMDs? I mean, I guess we don't want bad guys to get the WMDs, but why would you make the whatever. Anyway, this is Clash of Demonhead, which is the most metal fucking name for a video game ever. And I would say it makes a good band name, but I think Scott Pilgrim already did that. Talking time. I'm Tom Guykott, the Chief of Governors. What? Okay, so from what I know about Clash of Demonhead, I'm dying, by the way. It's this really non-linear platformer. Like, you have to go through all these different routes and stuff to find things that you need. So these hints are quite important in that sense, I think. I'm dead. He only ever intended the Hyper Mega Country Annihilator Death Bomb 5000 to be used for peace. Well, since Noth isn't here, I gotta make the obligatory reference there of... Humanity just wasn't ready for a black hole generator. I presume continues are unlimited, but I wouldn't know. But yeah, this is kind of one of those NES games that's like... I think a lot of people know about this game, but it doesn't really get brought up as much. Like, it's not like mentioned as like, yeah, this is part of like the NES canon, man. Wish you could shoot up. That would make this whole thing a lot easier. Oh, I can swim. Okay. Kind of crazy that you just don't expect to be able to do that. Why does his hair like keep shedding as he swims? What's up with that? It's so weird that so many NES games do the thing of like, you press a face button to cycle through selections. Like, it's weird how long it apparently took for just press left and right or up and down or whatever to become the standard for these things. If it was a select button, I'd at least be like, well, you know, God, and by that I mean the designers of the Famicom, gave us a select button and we'll damn well use it. But here it's like, yeah, press B to cycle. And I'm just like, but why though? No, 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 no!
Over yonder, there's a gold mine in those mountains. You can get money for gold nuggets in the exchange store on Route 2. 22. Route. Yeah.
Welcome! Welcome to what? What? Shop? What shop? Shop? Super shop. What? Why was it just a flying sign? And what is any of this? This feels like a case where you really need the manual or a Nintendo Power. Anyway, yeah, this plays well. I've never gotten that far in it, but I just think it's cool. So, yeah, thumbs up. Next up, Motocross Champion. Yep, that's Motocross. Wow. Cinematic. Oh, it's tank controls. Oh. Whee! Okay, this is gonna take some... Why is my acceleration through the roof? Why is the crowd trying to give me a seizure? Oh, this is weird. This is weird. I guess I could get used to these controls. So it's like left and right rotate you, and then up and down are for, you know, the angle of your bike. So it's kind of like a more advanced Excite bike in that way. I never know how to do this. Man, get off the track, you tiny man. That's dangerous. And yeah, your acceleration is kind of crazy. Yeah, I think I'm getting the hang of it. This is kind of cool. Those little hills are kind of deceptive in how much control you get. That's something you gotta watch out for. Because it'll be like, oh, I'll tilt up slightly to ascend, and then press down, and then it goes too quickly for you to be able to do that. Like, those inputs don't register because you can't do that, I guess. I'm not an expert on motocross, but I do know that gravity exists, so... which is useful information to have. Excite Bike on crack. I mean, with the way that crowd looks, it might be Excite Bike on LSD, actually. And yeah, just going. I don't know how many laps I have to do. And it seemed like there's only 2 courses, so I could see this game getting, you know, not having the most replay value, unless there's like other modes or something, because there were a few menu options. But yeah, once you get used to the controls, this plays pretty well. Oh god. Whee! Pressing the wrong button again. Yeah. Kind of cool. What? That's not the Konami pause jingle. This is a fake. Alright, next up, Zoids 2, Zenebasu no Gyakushuu. It still weirds me out that Zoids is like old enough to have NES games. So I think the last time we played a Zoids game, it was like a weird RPG, right? So I don't know if this is like a direct follow-up to that, or if they're doing something else with it. Ring, ring! Phone call, phone call!
Hey, you gotta do the thing.
Oh god. Okay, so we got some Packle Bells cannon going on. This runs like trash. And you know, the Famicom came out in 1983. This is 1989. I feel like it's not really acceptable for games to do this. This is garbage frame rate. Everything's wobbling around. This man needs a doctor. God, games like this, I just don't even want to look at him. Like, there's no way the gameplay is gonna be good, right? Okay, we're probably gonna get into a Dragon Quest battle. There you go, that's it. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought we were just gonna Dragon Quest, but we're having an actual, like, shootout here. And I assume by the HUD that, like, you'll be able to, like, assign different abilities, or at least get different abilities. So right now I just have B, which I guess is like a Vulcan cannon. But yeah, games like this just look like they're gonna fall apart at any second. It gives me Ghosts and Goblins flashbacks, so I'm not a fan of that. Also not a fan of this screechy music. Okay, I was hoping maybe I could like shoot the shots like in a on-rail shooter, but I don't know. Pachiokun 2! He's back! He's back, everyone! Pachiokun's back! Let's see what pachinko adventures we can go on this time. Is that Miss Pachio? Miss Pachio. Is it Pachio-chan? Oh no, this also runs like trash. I wonder if the actual pachinko part will be better. I don't like the way that car's looking at me. Alright, let's do this. Let's play with the balls. Yeah. Oh. Get in the car, we're going to Pachinko Town. It's the Pachinko car. Get in. We're going to Pachinko Town. Oh yeah. Okay. Why is this music playing? I want to get in the car. I want to get the car. Yeah, we went into R2, the Lost Sonic CD level. Thinking about the pachinko level from Wario Land 4, that one was always a lot of fun as a kid. That's how they get you. That's how they get you into the pachinko. Don't become a whale. It's not worth it. I feel like maybe these pachinko games will be a little more exciting once they're on hardware that is actually conducive to flashy things. Right now, it's just like, yeah, man, I'm playing a pachinko. It's for reals. I wonder how many of these are like different. Are there more things at the bottom, or am I making that up? I was kind of distracted by the car before, so. Oh, this one has no sound effects for some reason. Oh no, there they are. You're constantly getting a phone call in this game, I guess. Hello, is this the pachinko hotline? I have located many pachinkos. We're full of balls around here. No, these are all the fucking same. I don't really know what the point of that is. There's a cola machine that we cannot use. There's toilet, but there's no room to the toilet. It's in like this fucking dread zone. You cannot get in or out of the toilet. It loops in on itself. Hey, I think that's look. Look, guys, it's Clark Kent from the Superman NES game. He's fallen on hard times. Now he just plays pachinko all day. Look at this Pokemon NPC over here. Yup. Okay, what have we got next? I have my list up on a small screen, so I gotta scroll a lot. Yes, of course. Al Unser Jr.'s Turbo Racing. Oh, they're just coming right out with the credits. They're proud of this one. Valvoline? Valvoline? Let's do a couple laps. Got a lot of circuits here, so that's cool. Guess we're going to Brazil. It's already falling apart. I'm not even moving yet. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we got like manual gear shifting. That's interesting. I don't really know what the sweet spot is for that. And I guess there's like this like boost where if you're in the highest gear and you press it again, then while you hold it, you go like. It's an actual turbo. Okay, I was kind of worried because the track is just kind of going crazy, but it's actually fairly smooth. And the only reason I keep flying out of the curves is because I'm bad at this sort of thing. And having a turbo, like, I haven't seen that a lot in these games, so I think that's a pretty cool way of kind of compensating for when you screw up so that it's not so unforgiving immediately. Yo. Rude. I thought shifting gears might be an issue because you do it with the D-pad, but it's actually smoother than you'd think doing it this way. Oh god, that's not the time to use the turbo. Yeah! Yeah, this is pretty good. Like, not even in a like, well, you know, if you really want to play an NES game. No, this just feels good. This just feels nice to play. I'm gonna do another circuit here. Okay. Okay, you press left and right to select this, which is a little odd. But, okay. Let's go to Belgium. Okay, and we can like adjust. Wait. Why would I reduce? Like I'm like maxed out? So what, huh? I don't really get that part. Yeah, this is just good. This is just good. Straight up. Yeah, this one gets a big thumbs up from me. This is very cool. Next up, we have Bandai Golf. Pebble challenge Pebble Beach. We need to challenge that beach. We need to challenge that beach. We need to bring the thunder. Interesting. It says 1988 because that means either this game got delayed or the Wikipedia list is wrong, which would not surprise me. I've noticed a number of times throughout this whole series that it's not good. Alright, we're doing golf again. Alright, fairly self-explanatory. Now, once again, I'm a little confused why there's so many golf games when Nintendo already had golf, and it was a US launch title, so, like, how are you gonna try to compete with that? But, and you know, there's games that'll be like, okay, this is a little more realistic, a little more in-depth, there's a bit more simulation going on or something, you know, but, this seems fairly basic. I mean, it works. But I feel a little bit like, this would only sell if golf is currently not in print, if it's sold out, you know? Mm-hmm. Damn it. But it does work quite well, so if for whatever reason you don't like Nintendo's golf, here you go. It's fine. It works. It works quite well. Not really any more to say about it. I mean, maybe this is a little bit better than Nintendo's Golf, because I remember having trouble figuring that out the first time, and this is just, you know, immediately very clear what you're doing, so... yeah. Kind of an odd thing of like, yeah, this is alright. I'm also gonna move on quickly because I have nothing else to say. Now this next game, I'm gonna have some things to say. It's Friday the 13th, which somehow had an NES game. I don't know how that happened. Again, 1988. I gotta wonder if like some of this stuff on my list is like misdated. I guess it doesn't really matter. Use the torch to light the fireplaces. Alright, I'm Sheila from the D&D cartoon. Throwing rocks in an arc. There you go. Got a lighter, not a torch. I think there was a knife just now, but I couldn't pick it up, so... I think I played this once when I was doing this thing where it was like, I was trying to play every game that the AVGN played. I don't recommend doing that, by the way. That is a one-way ticket to misery, doing a marathon of that. And that's the only time I've actually played this, so... Want to hear some real shit about this game's 3D spaces? Do I? Okay, so I guess I gotta go in here. Thank you. Alright, I didn't do anything, I just came in. What's up? Was your spider in the toilet? Ah! Jesus, that actually scared me. Oh no, he's punching me! He's punching me! You know, Jason's my favorite opponent in Punch-Out. Has anyone ever done a hack where they put Jason in Punch-Out? Anyway, that didn't go well. I was weak to punching. I was actually allergic to punching, so... now I'm an identical person, but in white. Oh, I'm all the way over here, man. That's not good. You know how it looks like you move, but this screen doesn't scroll? That's actually a new screen. Oh. That seems problematic. Look at these Simon's Quest enemies right now. Fucking bird. Ah! Wait, how am I going the wrong way? I looped around? Oh! I was just trying to get to the other side. And you fucking loop around somehow. All the kids are dying. And the sky is gray. Why can't I just cross over the grass, though? That'd be pretty useful if I could do that. Like, this doesn't work. What? Well, I failed that. And you know, I could see this game being alright, but it's just so clunky. Like with the weapon and the freaking map that does not help in the slightest. Camp Crystal Lake has a very strict keep off the grass rule. Yeah, if you go on in the grass, they're just like, stop him! Yeah, let's go into Spooky Forest. Nothing can go wrong here. Why would you... Why does it arc? Like, I know that's a cliche to complain about, but like... Why though? Why does it do that? That's not helpful at all. Because you gotta be either right up in their face or like a very specific distance away to hit them. Ah, God damn it. All of the kids are dying. Each and every one. Oh God. And I'm lost in a spooky forest. Oh God, it's Platoon all over again. Oh, that guy had a thing. Yeah, screw you, children. You can't get in without a key. Mikey from the Goonies will be able to get in. Well, I'm screwed. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Alright. Now for something different. We have Q*bert. Which, in 1989, when you would not expect suddenly it's like, yo, Q*bert is happening now. Was this always a Konami game? Is Control okay? I suppose so. That's kind of interesting that it's just like, okay, how do you want to deal with this isometric bullshit? And I get that there's some room for, like, ports of really old arcade games, because Atari can always do stuff, but, this doesn't really look like it's making the most of the NES's, horsepower, I would say. Also, I'm bad at this, apparently. I love how Q*bert always swears when he dies. Yeah, okay, apparently those controls I said yes to are not good for me. Man, that's just weird, hearing that Konami jingle here. Damn it! Oh, darn it. I thought you would get to select the controls again, but I guess that's... Wait, why did he go down? I pressed literally the opposite direction? Like, what the hell happened there? I'm confused. Snake! Color a dinosaur is literally... Literally what? Is chat not scrolling, or is that really the end of that message? Literally, man. It's literally. I guess this is a fine way of playing Q*bert. And it's not even a case of like, well, you know, if you really need Q*bert and you only have the NES, because it's like, the NES can do Q*bert. Look at it. It's right here. That's not a problem. Yeah, it's just kind of strange that it's 1989. They were like, you know what the killer app the NES needs? Q*bert. Let's go. Let's go and jump right off because I'm bad at isometric controls. Which I assume there are probably better controlling versions of it now where the directions are actually the directions. But next up we have Tecmo Bowl. Football, football, football. Now, for anyone not familiar with my history with this game, the game of football that is, I don't know how football works. I'll never know how football works. I'm European. I'm Dutch. I know the kind of football where you play with your feet and a ball. Rygar versus Ninja? Oh man, I'm playing against the pink players right away. They really freaking... That's not balanced. Okay, so I have to select, like, what I want to do? But like... Do I then control that? Is that, like, what my teammates are gonna do? Like... I don't have any idea what's going on here, so... Why do we have all these, like, beat red dudes? Why do people use beat red as an expression for, like, extremely red? Because it's more like purple. It's more like a maroon when you're beat red. That's the color of a beat. Yeah, so I have no idea how to play this. I should get, like, a football gaming expert on here to tell me what's going on. Look at those guys just wrestling over there. Nothing to do with anything that happens. They make your pee red. If your pee is red, you need to see a doctor. I'm 100% sure that eating beets has never made my pee red. Okay, now it's time for an infamous Ksoge. This is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. This is fucking DVD menu music. It happened to your grandpa once? Are you serious, or is this a bit? Beat urea? That doesn't sound real. So I've never played this game. For some reason I thought it was based on the anime, but I don't think it is. Not that you'd be able to tell. Like, where the hell am I? What's going on? Is this just a dream that Tom Sawyer's having? Is this just daydreaming Davy, but it's Tom Sawyer? Look it up, it's real. I mean, I don't know if that's a thing I should be doing, but... What is this serious-ass music? I feel like I'm a secret agent in an underground lair. You're gonna make a game based on Tom Sawyer and he's just like fucking dreaming about being attacked by barrels? Like, you know, like Tom Sawyer, like, oh man, nothing interesting happens in the book. It's not like he goes fucking cave exploring and almost dies. Oh god. Okay, I believe you, but that's crazy. Like what causes that? Is it just like eating way too many beets, or? Because, I mean, I know your pee can get affected by, like, you know, what you eat. Like, if you eat asparagus, your pee smells weird. Supposedly, I wouldn't know because asparagus is fucking disgusting, but... It's a certain percentage of the population. So it's like a genetic thing? If you're affected by it? This sucks! I really quickly want to load the Japanese version, though. You know, I was like, I should see if the music's different in case it is based on the anime. And I think it's slightly faster, maybe? Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Wait, it's different? What? Huh? Is it like a stage order thing? Like they were in America, they were like, kids hate rafts. Start with the pirate dream. Like how cilantro tastes slightly different for some people. Yeah, my brother has the one where it tastes like soap. And I've never really noticed it, so I guess I don't have it. Anyway, this is a shoot 'em up now for some reason. Oh, cool! I missed the raft. Well, I was not expecting this to be in like you press start and it's a different game. I was not expecting that. I picked up a skull, but it was nothing happened. So I don't even fucking. I mean, I guess this controls better than the side-scrolling level, so there's that. But, yeah, this is, not a great game, and assuming that the side-scrolling is still here and you just do it later, that's still not a game you really want to play, you know? Anyway, since I skipped the opening scene, like, is this still a dream, or... Oh, god damn it. Yeah, okay. Hack! It said hack! Hackleberry Finn! The anime is actually very charming. I like it a lot. But apparently this has nothing to do with that, so... next game is Wagyan Land. There's actually another Tom Sawyer game on NES, but that's for a future episode. Okay, I know nothing about this. Oh, it's Pac-Land. Wagyan, that sounds familiar to me though, and I do vaguely remember like another weird dinosaur game, so maybe this is related, or maybe I'm just losing my mind. I literally just freeze this thing by going wah at it. Or does that say ku? I can't tell. It goes too fast for me to tell what kana that is. But it's funnier if it's wah, so... Oh, now I'm doing da, I think? It goes so fast, I can't tell. Yeah, no, that's ga! 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 How do I use this? Oh, fuck you. I refuse that on principle. Why is this so hard to use? Get out of here, mushroom. Okay, that doesn't work either. Now I'm Giga! I don't know how to use this fucking spring properly. That doesn't work. So that's a problem. I'm trying to jump, pressing up, pressing down. And nothing seems to change. So... I would just assume that this is not what I think it is, but I clearly need that to cross this gap, or do I? I don't know. No, I don't. Whatever then. I just assumed there was a thing there. There was like, oh, we're introducing this, thing. I'm invincible! Back down to, I think it's Ku. But it would be funnier if it was Wah. It's kind of hard to tell because of the blocky font. Maybe it is Wah. I don't know. He just goes Wah. Oh, we're back on. We're seeing Gya. Gya. Now we're Ga. Yeah, this works all right. This is like cute little platformer. I'm not sure this kind of stylization works on the NES because the color palette just makes it look very ugly. That was lucky. Like if this had a nicer palette, then the whole, like, you know, simple drawings for Babbies thing might work. I don't know if this game gets, like, way harder or anything. Like, it could be that the art style... I can't move while this guy's going around. Oh, I thought we were gonna fight him. What the hell? Oh, this is that game where you have to pick an item that starts with the syllable that the last one ended with. So this is gonna test my Japanese skills. Oh god. None of the words I know fit. Ah, okay. Yeah, maybe O is actually easy because they often, like, append it. It's like a prefix, to be, like, more polite or something, to, like, show reverence, I think, is how that works. I don't know. Ku. What starts with Ku? Ah, Kutsu! No? Wait, was that good or bad? It was Kutsu. Bowl. What starts with bowl? Bottle? Oh, I'm out of time. Darn. Yeah, maybe this is just a baby game. It's fine, I guess. Seki Ryuo is the next game. They're really going in hard with the Japanese exclusives right now for some reason. Oh, we're going serious right now. In serious mode. Damn. Ah, it's one of these! Yeah, that's, Yup. I thought this was gonna be all fucking, like, some epic adventure, and it's just one of these, I guess. I mean, maybe if we leave, something else will happen, so... No, there's more of this. Okay, we're on the road. We can't continue on the road, I guess. I don't know. Yup, that sure is a mountain. Well, can't do much with this one. If someone wants to just implant complete knowledge of the Japanese language into my brain, that'd be pretty cool. And I guess we're going 2 for 2 here because our next one is Yamamura Misa Suspense. Kyoto Hana no Mishitsu Satsujin Jiken. And I guess just because I have to. I mean, I already know what this is gonna be. It's another one of these, so... Yup. Yes, my name is... Ah! Oh, I got icons. That's a little nicer, but... But it's not like I can read most of this anyway, so even if it's easier to get through something... What happened? Oh, that was quick. This lady just dropped dead. What is this music? Oompa Loompa Doopity Pow, Rosem Damsel speaks Japanese now. No, I'm still not fluent, sorry. Someone should add like Donkey Kong Country noises to that. Next up is Famicom Jump Eiyu Retsuden. We have a translation for this one, so that's cool. Shueisha and Bandai presents. I guess they're one entity. Yeah, so this is a big crossover game, I believe. Damn it, did I overwrite my you only get 4? Damn it. Well, that's not gonna stand. My name's not Rose. I'll just be Roro then. I guess that's why they have these like double characters here, but it doesn't work in my case. What if Shonen Jump characters? King Piccolo is about to conquer Jump World. Your mission is to gather many brave heroes. You can do this as you You can do this as you love Jump. Find them all. Making a lot of assumptions here. Take this Dragon Raider. Ask for Shenron's help to revive slain allies. Also, you must find the 7 Dragon Balls. You're throwing a lot at me. Here's some cash. Rocket punch him. It should help. Good luck. Okay. I'm so slow. I'm so slow. Whoa, 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 what's happening? You'll never know where Kaio shows up. What? So, it looked like I skipped. Oh God. He's punching bullets at me. I mean, he's holding a gun. Why do they have the punch sprite for him firing bullets? I did it. That was weird. Shonen Jump combat. You can't phase yourself out of existence. I am John Jump. I don't know what that achieves. Can I just like not engage them and then that'll work? Oh, whoa, I'm faster on grass. All right. Rather, I'm fucking normal speed on grass. Probably gotta go there, so I guess I do have to fight these dudes. Still better than Jump Force. Oh hey, that guy's gone. Lynn is locked up. Find the key to her room. Who is Lynn? Who are you? Where's her room? Who would have the key? Oh, it's Baba. I love how dialogue and fighting have the same music, so for a second I thought I was gonna have to punch out Uranai Baba. Find the hero. You see, pay me 60,000 zeni. I don't have that kind of cash. Of course. Buffalo Man? This is not an Uranai Baba fighter. Who is this man? He just fucking murdered me. He just murdered me and it's game over. Yo, that doesn't... That's not good. This guy just being in the mountain. So like, do I gain experience by doing that, or... Okay, if I press A, these things pop up. I don't know what that means. I guess that's the radar? Maybe? Jump time? I mean, I guess it's interesting. I probably would be less interested if it wasn't for the Shonen Jump connection, though. And that looks like Karn's Tower. Where's this castle? Can I go in? No? Okay, it's Castle Irrelevance. Good to know. Like, I don't know if I gain anything from doing that, so... Oh, we're over here again, I guess. No, this is a different place. That dude was just somewhere... Why do we need to warp through the bridge? I'm so confused. Well, I haven't a clue what's going on here. But I guess check it out for the novelty of it being Shonen Jump. Maybe you'll have better luck than me. Okay, can I go in there? Is this... No. Well, what's the point? Who Who is Lin? Why is there a monolith here? Why can't I interact with anything? Well, I guess I have to move on, sadly, but yeah. Next game is called Flying Hero. That's him, huh? That's the Flying Hero? Alright, then. Oh, okay, it's like this. This is like that one, Master System game I couldn't get working. Oh. Okay, I won. I guess. Guest bonus. Stage 2! fucking tree house? Tree towers? We need to rescue the cat. We need to rescue the cat, you bitch. Go over there. There you go. There were like Flash games like this, weren't there? Why, oh, he's still holding that one. Why is there a monkey? What is this? What's going on in these trees? We have monkey, we have cat, we have these things from the Little Bits. I'm not sure this is a super efficient way to rescue people from burning buildings. Never go for the POW. It only ends in heartbreak. The only thing that'll go POW is that guy's body hitting the ground. Yeah, this is alright, I guess. Very Flash gamey. But, you know, if you just need a simple thing. Not a big fan of this music. I mean, it's appropriate for the situation, but it doesn't really make me... Well, the beginning is appropriate for the situation. Now it's just annoying. What's with this bird? Is he just trying to prevent me from saving people? Or what? God damn it. Never try to pick up any power-ups. That's what I'm gaining, is what I'm getting the knowledge from this. So why is it clear? There was clearly still someone in the building, so what the fuck? Alright, next up, oh boy. We have Hide Glide 3. I didn't even know there was a Hide Glide 2 on here, and maybe there wasn't. I know there were PC games originally, don't fucking... The Earth is... Good, glad we established that. Oh, In Darkness. doesn't look that dark. It's like dusk. Maybe like really early morning. Fairyland is cast into chaos to regain peace. What is this? This outfit, this pose, this expression. This is one sassy man. Jim sets out on a great journey. That's him. That's Jim, I guess. So is this any better than the first game? We're gonna have to figure out. I thought it was Jim, but I guess I get to have any name. War, thief, priest, monk. I'll just be warrior. That seems like the way to do it. We got like a whole freaking. Okay, this runs like trash. Good God. If you're gonna have this on the NES, it could be a little smoother than this, guys. But it looks like this one's an actual RPG instead of just like going around slamming into enemies. I mean, I don't know if this is a game where you start off with anything, so. All confused. Some of these graphics look like glitches. You have an attack button? What? That can't be. This is the Hidlid. This is Hardlord. There's even a freaking real-time clock thing going on. Well, hold on. Why does he attack like that? He's like Kenshiro with a knife. Anyway, that still doesn't seem to work, and then it's just game over, so that's fucking cool. That was a cool waste of my time. Actually great. It makes the same noise, but I'm just holding out my fist. Take this, you... whatever, the slime? I guess that's a slime. Take... cannibal? That's a treat! What do you mean, cannibal? What do you mean? Okay, that still sucks. Sorry. Next up. Space Shadow. It's a shadow in space. Oh, is this a light gun game? Alright, excuse the flashing. Okay, if even with the mouse I'm having trouble, there's something weird going on. Okay, now what? What do we do? How do I continue? What happens? Is it over? Did I win? Huh? Hold on. It says I can push start or shoot, so... Oh, I think it disabled my regular controls. I wonder if that's the problem, actually. 1 second. I think this might be like a special gun. It's not the Zapper or some crap like that. Because it like automatically set it to like, what was it, the Bandai Hyper Shot, which maybe has its own keys. I don't. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah. Destroyed an apricot. Okay, so I don't know what the Bandai Hypershot is. I'll have to look it up, but it seems that you can use the zapper and regular controls at the same time. So, you know, I'm shooting this guy, and then I can move just by pressing forward. Ow. There's not a whole lot else to do but go forward, I guess, though. Just shoot something whenever it comes up. Also, that seems less than reliable. You gotta, like, shoot slightly below it. And maybe with a real, like, light gun that actually works, but... Sorry to hear that, D-Bomb. Okay, so I was thinking that it's like, oh man, you can shoot and control? Then that blows this whole thing wide open. The sky's the limit, but they literally could have just had me move automatically, because it literally, all it does is take you to the next guy to fight. So that's kind of pointless. Yeah, that's a shame. Heavy on the wizardry here. Damn it. Heavy on the RPGs here, because we're gonna play wizardry. There we go. So this is actually Wizardry 3, but I think it's labeled as Wizardry 2 here because they released the NES. That's the second one on the NES. And then I think 2 became 3, maybe. But it doesn't actually have a number on the title screen, so maybe it doesn't matter. Wait, does this have an English? Because obviously these games were originally in English anyway. Okay, yeah, there we go. That'll be helpful. Now, I don't know too much about Wizardry other than just it's one of those, like, early computer RPGs. And I don't even have characters yet, which... boy. Yeah, let's... Just... Okay, that's my party now. I was worried that was gonna be a lot of annoying crap. Though it is kind of odd that you can't change their names. Unless I just can't find how to do it. You have 0 GP. Well, darn. Oh, okay, here you can change names, but... Wait, didn't I just get a party? What's going on here? Oh, where did all my guys go? Wait, so maybe these are like pre-made ones, but the training grounds would have you make custom ones? I really thought that was just where we should go. Look, you gotta train before you can go on a mission, right? This makes me feel like such a dumbass. Is that just me? Take them. Yes! Am I an idiot? Should I not take them? So it spawns you on top of the stairs to take you back, and immediately asks you if you want to use them. Which, why the fuck? Ouch. An encounter! Monster surprised you. 3 large snakes! Oh, I don't know what these are. So that doesn't help. Let's see what these do. Oh. I guess it's a cool offensive spell then. A chest! Califo? Oh, it's a spell? Okay. Yeah, open it. Seems like you definitely want a thief. If there's gonna be trapped chests and shit. Ouch! Yeah, this is all a little too arcane for me, generally. Like, this whole, like, choppy first-person, make-up party, get ye dungeon kind of thing. But I'm a little less confused than I usually am, so that's gotta count for something. I don't know what these days would be the way to play these games. I assume they have a million ports. See, I'm already lost because all these doors look the fucking same. There's a million of them and there's nothing even in here, so I don't know. I guess you gotta keep a map on graph paper. Which, fair enough, I suppose, if you're gonna do something like this. But yeah, the choppiness does make it harder for me. So if you could at least be on like 16-bit power, maybe it would be a little easier because you could be a little smoother with it. Yeah. The next game is Hyakiyako. Hyakiyako. Your uncle programmed Pull of Radiance? No, you did not tell me that. That is cool. Man, that whole Gold Box series is also something that where I'm just like, yo, I am intimidated AF by these games, but I do want to experience them somehow. So I don't know. Maybe I could bully Noth into playing them, and I'll watch. I do know that the Gold Box games have like this like companion thing, which I think even comes with the Steam version if you buy it. That basically like adds a bunch of quality of life. I don't know how well that works since the fact that it's a companion, I think it's like a separate program that opens next to the game and gives you like status and maps and shit, but I don't know. Alright. Alright, this is happening. We are Ninja Mad. There is a dancing tree stump here. Cool music. Again, put it in a Mega Man ROM hack. Alright. Let's fight the tree stump. conveyance is a little annoying. Like, there's no need for this much scrolling text just to be like, alright, Ninja Man attacks, and then the tree stumps attack. And it's just like, the ninja has he does. Maybe if this was in a language I'm fluent in, this would be less egregious, but like maybe I'd have the same problem with Dragon Quest. I don't know how wordy are in Japanese, but like, you know, and the English NES games, you definitely had the whole like, thou taketh 5 points of damage, or whatever. Was that just the first one that did that? Man, maybe I don't want to fight these tree stumps. Okay. The tree stumps do not want me leaving. Which is fair, I did kill one of them. Oh. No, we're good now. Oh, this really looks like a frickin' like EGA DOS game. No, wait a minute. It could almost be CGA. With like the green and red palette. Cause this is like slightly more colors. But like look at this skull Is that Flowey? Is that where he's from? Is that him? What did I zoom in? What happened? Alright, you bastard, I'm taking you out before the Undertale playthrough. It'll make things easier. I don't really know how this works. But there's something slightly charming about these shitty graphics. Probably just because it does remind me of like a crappy DOS game. Oh, I guess we're in a town? Yeah, again, this doesn't really seem up to the standards of 1989, you know? Ganbare Pennant Race. Didn't we play something like this before already? Pennant Race? What is a Pennant Race? Is this... What's going on? What? The... I guess these are teams? God damn it, it's baseball! Oh, you fucking tricked me with a weird name? What is a pennant race? You fucking weird team names that have me thinking, like, is this like about swimming? Because it's like fucking like they're just it's like the donuts, like you know, like the ones in a pool, and there's one called the swimmers, and it's like you don't swim in baseball. Who could possibly need all of this baseball? I ask you. What is this fucking weird? Like, you hold the button and he does like a swing, so if you like stop, he just kind of holds his bat in that position. Like, what the fuck? Why? That's what? Huh? This sucks. This sucks, and I hate it. All right. John Elway's quarterback, so it can not know how to play football again. Which is not really the game's... Why does pressing start select things? And select also selects things. Why would start do that? It says this is one ugly game. What are these Bombermen? Looks like a bootleg, so let's do the bootleg. Whatever that means. Yup. Oh god, it really sucks when there's just like multiple games in a row where it's just like, I have nothing to say about this. What would I say about this? But here's Marble Madness, and I never got why it like has the Indiana Jones like logo style. So I don't know how this works. Because this was like a spinner game in the arcade, right? I don't know what just happened. So I guess you just gotta push the directions to like accelerate for it to work on here. I've always really liked how they make it seem like the marble is like rotating by having these little like, by just having like these individual sprites. Like that's really smart. You know, I'm pretty sure when I play with marbles, they're more durable than that, but alright. Those worms are doing the worm! Oh god. Oh god, they're trying to sell me. What? I'm good at this. God damn it. So it actually doesn't control all that badly, but... yeah, I do assume that this would work better with a trackball. Did I say spinner? Why would it be a spinner? It's a trackball, obviously. That's one of those cases of just like, you see it coming and it happens to you anyway. Ooh, maze. See, this is where like really fine control would be preferable. Like you can kind of do it with just like careful taps, but these things creep me out and I hate them. We got slimes. Why is the music doing this? What's happening? Please let me out. Whoa, whoa! What was that beep about? Why was there just a big beep? Yeah, big beep? Listen to me, you big beep! What do you mean out of time? I was on the goal! What do you mean? That's... Ooh! Anyway, this game's pretty fun. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind already. We're still in the first roundup. World Games. My favorite season. You know, you have Summer Games, Winter Games, World Games. Favorite season. Best. Oh boy. Oh my god, do I have to have like a million players? What's going on here? Can we just start? I just want to do this. I just want to start. Oh, we're getting some World Games lore. So I guess the idea is that it's like events that are traditionally like from a specific country. Like the kind of vitamins. Begin lift. How do I do that? Okay, down. Whoa! Oh. Oh god, he becomes a Cyclops. Alright. Please select weight. I don't know how to do this. Like I pick it up and then I lift and then he just drops it and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like what? What is happening? I don't know, man. Maybe tapping? No. Nothing. I'm trying everything I can and nothing is happening. So, much like Winter Games, I think this is fucking broken and unresponsive and it just kind of sucks ass. So, let's move on because I want to. Oh, god damn it. No, why is this happening? It's go again. This is Hayauchi Super Ego. Now, the thing is, I still don't know how to play Go, so... And again, I don't know why there are so goddamn many of these. I guess just because they're easy to make, but like, who was buying every Go game? Who was like, yo, this one. Yo, this one. Alright, next game is Sakigake Otoko Juku, which is a manga, I think. And it has a fan translation that does one of those, like... Why would you translate this title so literally? Charge! Men's Private School! #1 student. Like, no one's gonna know what that is. No one's gonna know what that is. Pray for the fortune of war. I thought this was a private school. Oh? Oh? Oh, he's going. Oh, he's going. Man, these school uniforms are getting crazy. I fell in a hole. I fell in a hole! There is just a fucking hole there for some reason. And it's not visible until you fall in it. So that's... And he doesn't fall in the hole, which... You know, that doesn't seem quite right to me. Fucking hole! Why did you fall in the... Stop falling in the hole! Nope, I'm leaving. This is so dumb. I was half expecting there to be holes in the wood here too, but okay, can I go in there now? No? No, I cannot for some reason. Even though it looks the same as the other doors I've gone into. I'm just stuck on this screen, I guess. I don't know what's going on here. Switch! But I didn't, though. Okay, now the door suddenly works, or what the fuck? I am Principal Irajima. Need help? Yeah. He looks the same. He looks the exact same. This is so... I don't think you should play this, but it's amusing me. What? What was that? Let me land! Screw Tekken. Here's the real game about juggling.
You're late.
Okay.
Let's fight.
Okay, we can move up and down now, which... Okay, so I can't kick, I guess. I can just throw punches now. Or maybe that's just how this guy works specifically? I don't know. The other button does like this, which... Okay, it still jumps. I was just tapping it. You were gonna really hold that jump, because the instantly you let go, he's going down.
Victory!
Yeah! Oh man. Yeah, that's kind of too dumb to dislike. Buckshow Jinsei Gekichi. God. I actually found a prototype of this yesterday. The difference is that the exclamation points are yellow. I'm not kidding. Anyway, this is just a fucking game of life again. And really, things like this really just make me question why I'm doing this, because it's just like, you know, sometimes I can just look at what a game is, I just see the title and just be like, yup, and move on. Okay, the next game is Jesus, Kyofu no Bio Monster. Now that is the title for a video game. Is that Jesus? Is that him? What the fuck? What the fuck? Well, that happened. Space Station Jesus! Space Station Hardcore Gamer! Jesus, Space Station. I don't even know what to say about that, man. Ooh, there's a girl. Ooh. French, brilliant mathematician, professional keyboardist. Oh man, she's got the Pokemon soundtrack. Well, you can actually do this one. I do need to move on, but like, come on. Would you pass up the chance to play a game about a hardcore gamer on the space station, Jesus? Would you really? Alright. It's time for Rolling Thunder, which is a game I like, even though it is hard as fuck. Whoa, he's very fast in this version. So, you know, this is kind of the originator of this type of game, where you've got, like, the two planes, single hit kills. Well, I think you can take 2 hits if it's just, you just run into something, but if you get shot, you die immediately. And, you know, props to the UI here, it actually tells you that there are only 2 hits, whereas the arcade version makes you believe that there's more of a variable health bar there. This did have, like, an unlicensed US release, which is to say a Tengen release, not in, like, a ooh, creepy bootleg kind of way. And I believe that version is worse because they had to use, like, a different mapper chip, which is kind of ironic because you think one of the perks of doing an unlicensed game in the US would be that you don't have to deal with Nintendo's bullshit, but I don't know. Okay, that was... The physics are a little different than in the arcade game. God damn it. And yeah, I like Rolling Thunder. This is Rolling Thunder. Yeah, it definitely seems like the physics are a bit different because they don't... Like, I'm sure I'm out of practice too, and that doesn't help, but I'm, like... dying more than I would at the beginning of the arcade game, which... You know, if this ramps up in difficulty as much, means that it's going to end up being more difficult than the arcade, and that's terrifying. The machine gun! Kind of weird, like, if you just, like, tap really quickly, it doesn't even make a difference between that and a regular gun, which I don't think is how it is in the arcade, so... Can you do that in the arcade? Just, like, fill up part way? I don't remember that. Also, that was bullshit. Yeah, it seems like a pretty decent conversion on the whole. I would personally recommend the Arcade Archives release because, you know, then you have the arcade game and you can just play it on your Switch or whatever, but this'll do in a pinch. Damn it. That was a little harder to do. I don't know if that's something to do with, like, the NES D-pad or whatever, but... Yeah, like everything like moves and jumps around faster, so it's actually a little harder to react to things. Which is odd. God damn it. I mean, you can't really get him on screen before he shoots you, and I don't remember that being a problem in the arcade either, so maybe this conversion is not as good as I thought it was. You can also just jump over that whole, like, downward thing with no trouble in the arcade, and clearly you can't here. Which is, kind of annoying because you want to save time where you can in this game. The time limit is there to stop you from just taking it super slow. It is an arcade game after all, but... Yeah, I don't think this guy's like at the very edge of the screen like this in the arcade. God damn it. That's also way harder. So, you know, maybe this is not as good as I thought it was, but it's decent enough. Definitely play the arcade version though, it's great. But like don't get upset when you get your ass kicked. How do you get this guy? What the hell? Alright, whatever. We gotta move on. What's left? Okay, 4 more games. First of all is the US version of Fantasy Zone, which is a different port, apparently. Like, instead of just taking the one that was already in Japan, they did their own version here. Yeah, it sure is Fantasy Zone. It's kind of flickery. Not everything's smooth, but... Oh, and that just disappears if you shoot it, like no effect or anything. Or... No, now there is. I don't know why that one just disappeared. But yeah, like I've been saying about Fantasy Zone every time it comes up, it's alright. You can play it if you want. Get the coins. Why was that like frickin' like referee whistle such a big thing in like arcade soundtracks for a bit? See, his vomit pills are red instead of green, so this is clearly a shitty port. Man, that pattern seems harder than normal. Is this a trend? NES ports are just being more difficult for no reason? Damn it. Oh well. Yeah, I don't remember the other port, but I feel like I would if it was like specifically bad or something. Ankoku Shinwa, Yamato Takeru Densetsu. Actually, let me see if there was a patch for this one, because, yep. The Dark Myth. That'll help us. Okay. Takeshi's father was murdered 10 years ago. At age 13, Takeshi found a letter inside his father's secret journal. We're doing this again. I'm getting a little tired of these. Why were these so popular on the NES, or at least the Famicom? Even though I can actually understand what's going on here, I'm tired, man. Can't do this whole thing. Next game is Rockin' Ball, also known as Family Pinball. Which, you know, I would change that too. That's a generic as fuck title. Sorry if I'm going through these too fast. It's just, I'm running out of steam here. We're gonna be Tom, Billy, John, Paul, Lisa, and Diana. I like Lisa's big bow. We're gonna be her. I don't know what difference it makes who you play as, but... No. Alright, not bad so far. Not the most exciting of tables, but don't really understand what the theme is either. We had Shake Shake, and there's Crown, and there's Burger, and there's a microphone. I don't... Rock? So it's like music, but also Burger King, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess this is an honorary FOE Pinball episode. There's a pinball newspaper? That's... continued? End. What do you mean continued? I haven't yet. Okay, so... I accidentally clicked through before, but we have Pinball. We have a drowning magician. We have sports, and we have cash register. I don't know. Skills. This seems pretty involved. Maybe I should do a proper episode on this. It's betting. I don't want to gamble, man. What is this? It's like the shitty version of Pachinko, which is impressive. Why is it so slow? Oh my god. I can feel my soul slipping away. Let's not do this one. This is a cool graphic though. That's pretty cool. Nicely animated. And the ball's just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here! Bomber, thunder, and attack. What? So we're... Whoa, what? Am I allowed to play? That's not fair, is it? Okay, so they've somehow, put in, like, reverse gravity. Wait, I'm up here now, which is weird. I guess he switched every time, or something. Oh god, his flippers disappeared. This all seems slightly unfair, honestly. Like, it's a cool concept, but... But if you can just be, like, prevented from playing, that's... You know, that's if you play soccer and you're just, like... You just have the option of, like, paralyzing the goalie. Also, I think the AI player is, like, nudging a bunch, which is why the screen is shaking, and that's very annoying. You should stop that. Yeah, my flipper just goes away. This is, I am kind of disappointed by this whole thing. This seems like it should be a lot cooler. Let's briefly check out some of these others. Because I assume they're just, like, different tables with the same versus idea. Yeah. This one's very simple. But I guess with the versus thing, that's not as big of a deal. That's stupid, though. That's just not... Let's check out the sports one. We got soccer and ice hockey, so... Like, I like the creativity at play, but it doesn't play all that great. Like, the idea of making all of these, like, you know, things that are kind of pinball, but not really pinball, just like these variations on the entire idea, and, I don't think most of the stuff could really, like, work in real life because of, physics, but... Which kinda is, it just makes it extra cool, because it's like taking advantage of the fact that it's not a real table, it's a video game. But, you know, maybe this maybe this could work, I don't know. It seems like they're at least trying to have this thing where it, like, it's like a hill. So... I guess this one's not too bad. Yeah, I think this is a really cool idea. I don't think the execution is all that great. D-Bomb says, speaking of pinball, I have this old thing called the Triple Arcade by Fisher-Price, and pinball was one of the 3 modes it had. Well, how did it work? Was it just like a plug-and-play thing, or...? Alright, last game is Jajamaru Ninpo Cho, otherwise known as Taro's Quest. So we know Ninja Jajamaru, and I guess they intended to localize it as Taro's Quest, but all we have is a prototype. I don't know how complete this is, but, you know, if I can read the text, then that might be useful. Okay. I don't think Jajamaru was like a Dragon Quest clone before, but I guess that was just kind of the thing at the time, where it was like Dragon Quest was huge, so everyone wanted to be a Dragon Quest. And honestly, I really don't need any more Dragon Quest than Dragon Quest on the NES. Like, Dragon Quest is really just a starting point for, like, console RPGs. You gotta be more interesting than this. Because, like, I like Dragon Quest. I like it a lot. The early Dragon Quests are very clunky, so if you're using that as a base and not innovating on it at all, your game's just not gonna be that fun. Especially because, you know, Dragon Quest had Akira Toriyama doing character design, Sugiyama doing the music, and yes, I know he was a bad person, but his music is really good. So I'm talking purely game quality here, just to head off any comments about that. This doesn't have that, so I don't know, man. Separate art from artist. Yeah, and Like, apparently, toward the end of his life, he did, like, kind of recant some of what he said, so... It feels weird to, you know, when someone's passed away, to just be like, well, I guess they're an asshole forever now, when it is possible for people to change, and if they are no longer making money off their thing because of being dead, then there's really no moral thing of like, oh, you know, if I buy Dragon Quest, will that fund this guy's, like, conspiracy shit, you know? Now, ironically, I'm the one who brought it up just now. It's just that the conversation always seems to, like, lead that way because you have so many of these people online who are just like, hey, I want you to know I'm a very virtuous person because I know everyone who's problematic, and I will inform you. Tommy Tallarico with the soundtracks he actually worked on. What did he actually work on? Because, like, at this point, I don't even know. And I remember having, like, a rip of the Earthworm Jim soundtrack that was credited to Tommy Tallarico, and then it was like, no, it was this other guy. Like, Mark something. I don't remember his name, sorry. And it was, oh, that guy actually did the Earthworm Jim music. And I'm like, okay, so what is... Why is this guy... I gotta assume that at some point he actually did something. You know, at one point he was actually, like, doing work so that he could get into the position of having his studio and like, having all of his dudes write stuff and then him taking the credit. Just like how, you know, the dub score for DBZ is often just credited to Bruce Faulconer, but it's Faulconer Productions, it's his company, and he did write some of those famous cues, like Ginyu Transformation is Bruce Faulconer, but then he also gets credited for, like, what his employees did, which was most of it, and then, you know, when they would leave the company, he would, like, strike them from the credits, which is a fucked up thing to do. Alright, I guess it remains to be seen if Tommy Tallarico's name is on there because he actually did something, or because he's taking credit for other people's work again. As he does. Alright, that's the end of the NES Roundup. I'm sorry that I kind of, like, fast-forwarded through those last few games, but... playing this many games is weirdly exhausting. I guess just because, like, every couple of minutes you gotta, like, completely reset and be like, alright, what new thing are we doing now? Whereas if you're just playing one game, you can kind of just get into the flow. So, yeah, now I don't want to flake on my whole Super Roundup thing, so I'll be back, but I think I need a slightly longer break than planned. I don't know if it would be better to do an ad break, and then maybe just like a yap session for a bit, or maybe just to end the stream and come back in a bit with a new stream. I don't know. D-Bomb, would you be up for, like, a between roundup, like, voice chat? Because I know you said you weren't feeling well, so I don't want to pressure you into anything, but I think it helps to have, like, another voice to bounce off of for a bit. You're gonna suggest that? Alright, well, I will be right back, because I need to get a drink and maybe, like, a snack. And then I'll set that up. So, yeah.